Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the High Roll podcast. I know it's been a while, but it is I, your host, Zion, VGC senior from California, joined here by my wonderful co-host. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Francesco, VGC senior from Illinois, I guess. And yeah, it's been a while, but we're back. And what an episode we have in store today.
Oh yeah. Let's just dive right into it. The 2026 season has been announced. Many details from it. Importantly, a few regional championships. I know you're in kind of like that eastern area. So how do you feel about Pittsburgh and Milwaukee?
I mean, like, Pittsburgh is nice because, like, my mom was always like, yeah, Pittsburgh is, like, decently close because it's 7 hours drive. And then Milwaukee I went to this year, and, like, it's going to be fun to, like, run it back and with all of my friends because all of my friends who went this year are going next year as well. And, yeah, I'm just excited because the new season is, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a clean slate where everybody gets, like, a fresh start. And I kind of like the aspect of having, you know, a little fresh start and then being able to get right back to where you were last season, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. Here being on the West Coast, Las Vegas.
The High Roll podcast in Las Vegas.
Oh yes, of course. I will be attending this regional. It's like 8-hour drive. I'm going.
Vegas is heat.
What isn't heat is the fact that all of the internationals are in the same spot.
New Orleans was not great. New Orleans was not okay. Low key, no offense to people who live there, but it's just it's very messy city.
Yeah, I got sick in New Orleans and I haven't been better. I came back like 10, 11 days ago and I'm still sick from that international. I can't. I will be going to NAIC again, but man.
Yeah, same.
Bring like a mask or something.
But then, it doesn't look like that any other regionals were announced on the actual, on the official page. But there was I wouldn't call it a leak because the Pokemon Company leaked themselves, I guess. In the video, and there were a bunch of, probably all of the regional championships for next year announced in the get ready for the 2026 season trailer video.
Indeed. If we fast forward
I think it was at 27 seconds or something.
27 seconds. Thank you.
Yeah. So there is a yeah.
Right here, they show all these beams of light, and
coming from all the regional spots.
Yep.
Right here.
This image, someone went through and actually found out what all these cities are, which is very.
Shout out Uptakes.
Yes, indeed. Shout out Uptakes. This is incredible. Very big information. I already know which one of these I can go to. Like, of course, I'm going to Vegas. I can go to LA. I can go to San Antonio, Indianapolis, maybe Vancouver. So, like, already this season is looking promising, and this isn't a bad lineup at all.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm going to the 4 in the top right, or Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, Toronto. Yeah, all of them are drivable for me. So, like, it's really nice that I'm able to go to this many tournaments, and they're all, like, very drivable. Because, like, the price really starts going up when you add, like, the plane tickets, you know? So, because, like, I was looking at plane tickets to Toronto, and I ended up flying there this year, and it was, like, $200 a month in advance. And it was disgusting when you'd save a bunch of money by driving, and it's really nice. It's really nice driving, being able to drive to the tournaments.
Like, LA and Vegas are both 8-hour drives, and I don't even need a hotel for LA. I have family down there. I only have to pay for a plane for Indianapolis because I got family over there. Have family in San Antonio. Vancouver might be a little pricey, but I think I can make it work. This season is gonna pan out great. I'm feeling it.
Well, talking about this season going on currently.
Oh yeah.
The regular season has just ended with NAIC, and both of your hosts made it into the World Championships. Not very cleanly, but we both made it.
Oh, especially not me. If we want to go over to the
tied.
Yep.
760 point tie with
very
Charles Rexford, aka Beyonce.
the
very last person from NA
Mhm.
making it in.
I am the very last NA person to make it into the World Championships, and I genuinely didn't even think I would like make it, but I'm so glad
I
that I
ended up
did.
telling him at NAIC. He knew he was gonna be in a tie with the other person, and I was like, yeah, they usually don't decide ties with play points anymore. They usually just give both of the people the world's invite, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
And I made it in with I made it in at 80 or not 80, 21st place, which was nice. And we're both headed to Anaheim for our first World Championships, and both of our first years going to majors,
Indeed.
which is awesome.
Let's talk about the Masters metagame for the deciding event throughout all of this. CSR Zama, it took over everything.
Yeah, CSR Sama. It's everybody realized, this is actually kind of good. Like at Milwaukee, it's like Milwaukee, Portland, all those other events. Like nobody really, truly, won or like figured out how to win with CSR Zama, but at NAIC, it took over. It took over the top 8, and it wasn't really the NAIC even. It was because there were no NA players.
Yeah, this looks more like EUIC.
UIC is crazy.
Yeah. No, it's...
Yeah. You had 5 North American players get knocked out in the top 16.
One of them being my local.
Some highlights being based on Mutasir, Carson Confer, and Justin Knox.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the winning team by Fedecampo, yeah. I was about to say Fedecampo Rizzi, but yeah, Fedecampo. This is a Ursa Lunatera Mirai Lunala team. This team has a decent matchup into CSR Zama, and by decent I mean pretty favorable. Like you have the Urshifu to do quick burst damage with surging strikes and close combat. You have the standard Miraidon set everybody's been using for the past year. Quite literally year now. You have Whimsicott, which is really standard, but like Water Terra instead of Dark Terra, which is what they would usually use just for more defensive output. You have standard Ursaluna, and then you have your standard Lunala and AV Incineroar sets. The thing about this team is it's actually a take on the Luca Paz team from Milwaukee. I think Luca Ceribelli made the version of this like Mirai Luna team, because at Milwaukee, Mirai Luna was going nuts, but it was a very different take on Mirai Luna. It was like AV Mirai and like screens. It was very defensive for the start of a format where you could expect hyper offense to really dominate the meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a take on the team that got 3rd.
I just remember seeing Mirai Lunala dominate everything towards the very early beginnings of the season, and to see like those two still be around just as strong.
Yeah, I mean, like both of them have very good defensive implications. Like both these teams very good defensively. Like this is the same 6, but like most of these mons are very bulky and like hard to break. But like even with the removing AV Mirai and giving it to Ensign, like I feel like Ensign is a better suitor of the Assault Vest, so you can do a little bit more damage with choice specs on their Miraidon. And yeah, this team, I can see a lot of people bringing this to the World Championships, and like just because it won NAIC, and I feel like there's no true counter to a good skill, a very high skill level player using this team.
Yeah, I don't like if I had to think of a bad matchup for this team, it'd be pretty difficult, to be honest.
I think a bad matchup like into this team is like I would kind of say Koraidon, but like not really, because you have Lunala, you have the Miraidon.
And even like that Terra Ghost Ursaluna.
But like, yeah, I think Weezing is not a great matchup. That's all I can think of. Right, Weezing Cry, not a great matchup. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, the Weezing Cry CSR stuff.
Well, Weezing Cry is a bad matchup into everything.
Speaking of Weezing Koraidon, why don't we go over to the NAIC Senior Division and what happened over there?
Do not look what I did. I did not do good. I brought one of the worst teams I've ever brought. But yeah, anyway.
In our Senior Division, Weezing
first, we have Isaac Morera.
Indeed.
With Weezing Koraidon, which is a team he's been using for over a year since the start of since Reg G.
Just slapping the
since
CSR
Reg G,
on.
you slap the CSR on. You have your ability shield Koraidon, so you still get the Orichalcum Pulse boost. You have the Chiyu with Ruination over Dark Pulse just to help CSR get some really nice KOs. Like you could Ruination into Psychic or Astral Barrage, that pretty much kills anything in the format except for like Incineroar. And then you have your Dentozo Tatsugiri, which is the more defensive mode of this team. And yeah, which is the slower mode of the team. I see how this team works. You open up with like Calyrex, Shadow Chiyu, or Karai Weezing. You take out the first 2 Mons, and then you clean up with Dendozo, and yeah, you win. So yeah, this I watched a bunch of Isaac's side stream matches with Zion, and they were some interesting stats. One set was really close. Came down to some luck elements against Charlie Kim. Which is CSR balance, which this team doesn't necessarily have a great matchup into Charlie's CSR balance, but it has a good matchup into the top 4 set he played against Connor's CSR balance, and he led Karai, or not Karai, he led Cali Chiyu.
I remember that.
With Weezing Karai in the back, and he just steamrolled, and it was this team really can dominate.
It was a little tough to watch. What was also tough to watch was the finals versus Apollo Stevens.
Versus Apollo Stevens.
Yeah, it was an incredibly hype match because I'm pretty sure this is Apollo's first tournament ever, and
first in-person tournament ever.
See like
first tournament ever.
Yeah, to see such an incredibly deep run into one of the most stacked tournaments of all time, like that's wonderful. That's a spectacle.
It's insane.
It's sad that it ended the way it did, but like, wow, everyone's happy that it happened, I imagine.
Apollo made some great plays in the finals too, but
He did.
The one play that would have worked, if it would have worked, he would have won on the spot, was Game 3, Turn 1, the double side target. Was really smart, but like, Isaac was like, yeah, maybe I'm just not gonna...
Yeah,
double protect.
That was tough. But even later in the game, when he launched the Moongeist beam into the Koraidon after dodging Poison, if he had launched it into the Weezing, he still had a winning condition, because then the Koraidon can't do a lot of damage to Lunala. You can Moongeist through the special defense boost. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting, but like it's unfortunate that Apollo lost, but like it's great because Isaac came close and lost so many, came close but lost so many events, but he was finally able to take home his first event at NAIC. And the Americans, the Americans didn't do terrible at this event. Like, most of the better American players did not do great, me included. A lot of the notable American players did decent. Like, I got 68th place. It was not my tournament, okay?
There's your boy.
I wanted to be 1 place lower for the joke, but like, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I brought one of the funniest teams I've ever brought. Same with my friends Ian and Deck.
This team does look funny.
A 1st place, a 4th place, and an 8th place. It was a 39th place, a 68th place, and a 65th place. So, so this team, we thought, okay, we still stand by this. It was the best version of Coal Mine Lunala Koraidon balance, but Coal Mine Lunala Koraidon balance is kind of bad. So like,
kind of.
Yeah, it's just kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Yeah.
You think this would have been?
I had a lot of this. Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I didn't make most of the changes. The original team was just the Dustin Cerrone Bologna team with Bolt and Flutter. But then Ian was like, hey, we should try and change this. And original isn't always good. We learned this. We learned this because of this event. And yeah, this weekend was filled with disconnects and crits for me. And it was just like unfortunate because like, yeah, I was unfortunate. I really don't want to go through with it, or I don't want to go too deep on it. But like, I had fun. But like, this event didn't really matter because I knew I'd pretty much clinched my Worlds invite after Milwaukee anyway. But yeah, me, Ian, and Declan did not have the showing we were hoping for this weekend. And your other host, Zion, had the most soul-crushing run I've ever seen.
I did.
It was sad.
Let's get into it.
3-0 to 3-3.
Yeah. Round 1. I parented my friend Mace. It's really ironic because the day before we were sitting next to each other, we were spectating, and I was like, I'm gonna parent you round 1 tomorrow. Just watch. And would you look at that? I did. and
I did.
I took him out, and then Kieran. I've never met him, but he's a nice guy. He's a pretty good player as well. He destroyed me game 1, just soul read me every single turn. I couldn't do anything, and then game 2, he has a lead on me, but I kind of maneuver my way out using that Amoongus, and I'm able to bring it down to a kind of like 50-50 sucker mind game scenario, but I eventually end up taking it.
Well,
and then
2 of your moves on your. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Game 3, it remains like rather close, but I'm always in control the entire game, and I take it out. Going into round 3, Matthew. I thought I was gonna be the side stream, and I was excited. I was not, but So round 3, turn 1.
Wait, did they bait you into? Wait, did they bait you into thinking you were on side stream?
Yeah, because we were table 1.
What happened?
We just weren't. It was like table 3 that got side streamed, and I was like, oh darn.
Oh shucks.
Yeah. So game 3, turn 1. I lead. Or game 1, turn 1 of round 3. I lead double restricted. And then Matthew over here. Let me grab his team.
He did pretty good at this tournament. He was running fake tears caught stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it got me. Yeah. But he led Ogerpon Whimsicott and just destroyed my Zama turn 1, and it was oh no.
Yeah, you can just blast the Zama turn 1. Yeah.
From there.
Are you Terragrass Zom? Or are you? Oh yeah, because you're
Terra Dragon.
Are you Terragrass Zom?
No, it's Dragon.
Oh, Terra Dragon.
But from there, I was able to, like, I got a Flame Charge out in the Ogerpon, and then I got another one on the Caught, Sucker Punch on the Ogerpon, and I brought it to a 2v3 and was able to just barely finish it out from there with pressure on his Life Orb CSR and Zama. I was threatening both because he had already burned Terra with Ogerpon. I was keeping the pressure up, and then game 2, it's similar. I just managed to stay in control the entire time. And then, round 4, this is where it all started. Game 1 against Charlie, I beat him pretty badly. Like, I double as he protects the other slot, and from there, like, I have +1 speed cred, and I just managed to stay in control the entire game, make it dominantly mine. And then game 2, I click Terrifier Flare Blitz and do a CSR. It switches to Zamazenta, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I win the game. And then the game disconnects.
Done.
Yep. And
dude, there were so many disconnects this weekend. Like it wasn't even just for us two. It was for everyone. Like, I think there was at least 25 disconnects on day 1.
Mm-hmm.
I had 4, and all of them mattered.
Yikes. And then from that point onward, I did not win a single game. I lost the next 2 games against Charlie. Caden Croft, the guy who originally built this team, I played him in the mirror matchup on the side stream, and I lost 2-0. And then Louis Fonteville, where is he? There he is.
Brent, which is a terrible matchup.
This matchup is unwinnable. This is
French Rain Pelipper.
Yeah, I simply cannot win this matchup.
It is French Rain Pelipper.
Oh dear, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, it's bad. I can't see you winning this. Yeah, it's bad. It's just like,
cannot.
If you went 4-0, dude, imagine if that disconnect never happened. You go 4-0.
I could have gone 5-0 because I was good into all the other people who would have been 4-0. I could have done very, very well at this tournament had that not happened.
Wait, what about Sam? Sam was 4-0.
Oh, Sam was 4-0. You're right.
Sam was 4-0.
Okay, if I paired into Sam, I was screwed.
If you paired into Sam, it was over.
I mean, okay, it's easier than Louis though. Like, it's like Sam is bad, but
if you paired into my roommate, it was over.
True. Speaking of roommates,
my roommate for this weekend was Heat.
Ryukitu was my roommate. We both barely slid into top 32. Well, I was like the highest resistance out of everybody somehow, mainly because I was 3-0.
I'm pretty sure it was the only 3-0 to 3-3, yeah. It's 3-0 to 3-3.
Yeah. And then, Ryu didn't have, like, the greatest run, but they did just well enough.
Ryu did pretty good, but, like...
Yeah, to get in. And after that loss to Louis, I was just, like... I was devastated because I thought, like, oh, my world run is over. I'm not making it in. It's That's the dream gone. Yeah, like from this point onward, I was certain that like, oh dear, my run is gone. For Worlds, and I remember like I got over it rather quickly, but it still just kind of stung.
Well, like you needed 2 people from North America to top 4 this event for you to make Worlds, and 1 person did.
Well, Apollo too,
which was
Apollo wasn't above me.
Apollo was too low, so it didn't count. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't
If
matter.
Connor did.
Sam lost to double play rough miss.
Indeed. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yikes. But if Connor had lost to Kawa right here, I would not have made the World Championships, and so I'm pretty happy that he did. I'm very happy that Connor did that. Oof.
Connor double 4-0'd Kawa, so yeah, it was interesting.
Whoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Connor.
So I can see this. Yeah, big thanks to Connor, and big thanks to he has his own podcast, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, NAIC and seniors was a hectic weekend for almost everyone involved.
It was also filled with
the
Zama
last race.
CSR.
It was filled to the brim with Zama CSR, and it all worked. But the main team I want to take out of NAIC isn't in seniors at all, but it is in Masters Division, and this team has been taking over ladder. It's been taking over ladder. Number 6 just won Japan Nads, the Yuma Kinagawa team with the CSR Zama and the Smeargle. This team is unbelievably good. I've tried it out. This team is unbelievably good, and there is no consistent counter to it either. Like you have your defensive backbone with your Zamazenta and your Raging Bolt, and then you have your offense with your Tornadoes, your Calyrex, and then you have some support with your Rillaboom and your Smeargle. This team, I feel like, is arguably one of the more perfect teams in this format, like because there is no consistent counter if you're playing it at the highest level, and I can see this team winning the World Championships. I can see this like being like the Arubega of this year.
Oh yeah, you're right. It very well could do that. Oh no. Yeah, it's just like
so you just parent it.
You take this near perfect restricted pairing, right? They cover each other so well. You just like it's very hard to defeat these two on their own, and then like you pair Smeargle. Oh dear, like Tailwind Spore stuff. Like Tornado Smeargle is vile.
I feel like this team isn't really built. Okay, not gonna lie, this might sound stupid, but this team isn't built around CSR Zama. It's built around Smeargle. You have Tailwind Spore, you have Rillaboom to get rid of grassy terrain, and then you have but like Smeargle, I can see it working with a difference. I can see it working without Decorate on this comp because like having double guard and double fake out on one team is it seems really nice.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, Decorate is really good if you Decorate's really good if you want to force pins and don't if you want to force pins and like punish double prots. Yeah, if you want to ultra punish, then Decorate's fine. But then if you want double guard and like a more defensive core or defensive Smeargle set, Wide Guard's nice. And just Smeargle is so good because it's just even with its low stats, you'll always get 2 attacks off unless you're facing URS Urshifu. Yeah, it's just insanely good. Like Moody can win you games on its own. Like one time I was laddering with this team and I won because Moody special defense boost made my Smeargle live Fluttermane Moonblast, which was really funny. But yeah, this team is arguably perfect. It just won the Japan National Championships, and yeah, I can see it being used a lot at Worlds this year.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely one of the teams to beat, as well as this Miraidon Lunala team, maybe Marco's team as well. Something like
Marco's team is
something like this Miraidon Ice Rider team as well.
This Mirai CIR team is also really nice. It's basically I wouldn't call it standard, but it's like it's very well. I would call it standard, but it's like
it's become the standard.
Different sets. Like arguably, you'd have Clear Amulet. Yeah, it's become the standard. Like Clam Ice Rider was before it was the standard. Now it's all about Lefty's Leech.
I can't.
Like Farigiraf, which you haven't been seeing normally in this format that often. You're seeing it on this team, and it's working really well with just being a consistent Trick Room setter and being able to use Helping Hand. And Helping Hand in this format, I feel like, is one of the best moves in the format, just because if you're able to do enough damage you just win. And yeah, if you're able to do insane spots of burst damage, you'll be put at an insurmountable lead. And yeah, this guy, this guy. Fun fact: his only way to qualify, was to top 4 this event because he couldn't make Japan Nats.
And he did it
because of like family stuff. And he did.
He did.
He started 11-0 before he lost to Bezod.
1, that's Bezod the GOAT. We love Bezod. But 2, this guy knows what's up. He's in it.
Yeah, but like I can see the number 1. Okay, if I was to rank the number 1 restricted pair, if I were to tell you the 3 top restricted pairs going into the World Championships, it's Mirai CSR, Mirai Luna, or not Mirai CSR. I'm stupid. Zama CSR. I'm stupid. CSR Zam, Lunala Mirai, and then probably Mirai CIR or Mirai Zam, because Mirai Zam I can see picking up in usage.
This Mirai Zam team is so interesting to me. Eric Rios.
Oh no! This is so interesting because like you have the like when you see this team, all of your eyes immediately go on to the Ogerpon Teal with the cover cloak, and this thing is insane. Like it's good to counter balance teams because like if these balance teams have Incineroar, you just get a Defiant boost and you just go crazy from that point because anything +1, even Ogerpon. This Ogerpon's still really strong, but like yeah, with +1, I'm pretty sure it can one-shot. It can hit some important one-shots, and like the Terra is what really makes this Ogerpon really good, because you have fast taunt and fast encore. So you could I'm pretty sure this is faster than if he's max speed. I'm assuming he is, but if he's max speed, he's faster than like Scarf Chiyu, Scarf Urshifu.
Yeah.
Some other stuff, like so you can hit some key encores onto like Calyrex Shadow Rider after Protect, or like Zamazenta taunt. You could taunt the Zamazenta, which fast taunt doesn't really matter into Zamazenta, but it's really good. And like the thing about fast taunt is like it doesn't get blocked by dark type, like it doesn't get blocked by dark type like Prankster does with the usual fast Prankster taunt. So yeah, you can taunt you can taunt Grimmsnarls, you can taunt Incineroars, you can taunt a lot of things in this format, actually. But yeah, this team is really nice.
Also, this
but
like,
I feel like
oh, you go.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. I've been yapping.
That Ogerpon also just like destroys setup teams because of like the fast encore. You'll destroy fake out users, mons that like protect like Terrapagos, taunt to stop
my
like,
team.
Yeah. Great matchup patch.
Yeah, I feel like Eric Rios going into this tournament was like, I need 1 slot on this team that stops Calm Mind Lunala, and he just slots Ogerpon there, and it works because it quite easily stops Calm Mind Lunala, because you can taunt it before it Calm Minds, or even better, you can encore it into Calm Mind after it does Calm Mind. And you have tools like Chen Pao and Zamazenta on this team that can just handily get rid of Lunala while it's encored. And you could also encore the fake out users on balance teams into fake out, like Zion said, and like there's so many important things. Like this is great into Smeargle stuff because I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, well, I'm not pretty sure. I'm confident just because of you could encore Smeargle into fake out if it's going for Spore. Like it's great. Like Ogerpon, great tool in this meta. Like I feel like with this VR this weekend, well, I think it's today actually.
It's tonight. Yeah.
It's tonight at 2 a.m. for me, 12 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see a lot of I can see an advancement or two coming out in this meta, but mostly I feel like it's relatively set in stone.
Are you doing the VR tonight?
I can't. I really want to maintain a sleep schedule.
That's
like
fair.
A sleep schedule. Yeah, I also have plans tomorrow, but
me too.
I also want to talk about 8th place. Eric Rios used another Ogerpon that isn't common.
Not Eric Rios, Gabriel Agati.
Or not sorry, tired. Gabriel Gatti, my bad. Who also used Sub Leech.
Sub Leech
Shadow
CSR.
Rider.
Oh
Sub
no.
Leech. I can see Sub being good in this and at Worlds, but Leech is kind of interesting.
I remember Substitute being really good at the beginning. Leech Seed, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It reminds me of like the Draining Kiss CSR, where it's like you hit the CSR and then it clicks Draining Kiss and then you haven't hit the CSR.
Yeah, dude, Draining Kiss CSR sets, the only problems with those is because it took like 6 boosts to do damage. Like, it took 7 turns to set up your CSR and actually kill stuff. But with this, like, I feel like Sub is just like,
You can always click
it
the
really
Astro
embodies.
Barrage.
Yeah, you can just sub, and then you just spam Astral, which Calyrex is really all about spamming Astral Barrage and
Yeah, fake out
It's
sub,
spamming
follow
Astral
me
Barrage and
sub,
winning, yeah.
encore sub. Like, you have so many options. It's ridiculous.
yeah, you have like this team is also built around like most teams that did well. It's built around supporting the restricted months, like the Smeargle team, like the Eric Rios team. Like it's built around supporting the CSR, supporting the Koraidon, and like with speed control or fake out or follow me or encore disable. Like it's everything you would want out of support. You have it on this team, and that's why I did especially well at this tournament. It was especially great anti-meta, as you saw in the his Gabriel Gatti set against Michael Kelch in the Top Cut win-in. You saw Gabriel Gatti you saw him play insanely well around the Mirai CIR, and that team had been the most popular team going. Yeah, I'd say it's the most popular non-CSR Zama team going into the event.
Definitely.
And that's the problem. That's probably what's going to be the fault with all of these ultra popular teams going into Worlds. It's just going to be everybody is prepped into them. So unless you play it at an extremely high level, like an extremely high level, people are going to have the matchup known in and out, you know?
Yeah.
Like for Worlds, like the 3 matchups I want to practice is Mirai CIR, Mirai Luna, and CSR Zama. Like,
and
I want to have those matchups nailed down to a T.
Yeah, and also the CSR Zone, you see just like the top 4 restricted pairings up here in this top 4 of NAIC.
You see the top 4 in the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just, I feel like the Worlds meta could change. I wouldn't say I'd see it changing in the restricted pairs. I'd see it changing in the supporting cast, because like all eyes are on the. I hate that team. I hate that team so much. Dude, that team is annoying.
It's it's something.
It's Terapagos. It's Terapagos. I have my opinion on Terapagos, which I've disclosed.
I also have my opinions on Terapagos. I think that Pokemon has a chance.
A lot. I feel like this team, it will not. I feel like nobody will find a counter to it. I feel like the counter will not be found by Worlds. I think it'll still perform excellently well.
It's a Yumi's team? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It's just like the amount of damage and support. Like it's a perfect combination of damage and support.
Yeah, you're right about that. Honestly,
this is one of the most perfect teams I've seen. Like you have everything you need.
Minus,
you have redirection. You have
out into trick
You
or
have redirection. You have
How did he?
Like you have redirection. You have spore. You have.
How did he lose? He lost to Federico. We'll have to watch that top 8 set.
Yeah, no. The matchup is bad for I think that's the matchup is really bad for him actually.
Really?
The matchup's not great.
Yeah, that makes sense. Right.
If he gets Ursaluna and Trick Room, you just lose.
Yeah, you're right. Just it's a lot of pivoting around correctly, and I think Federico just had it better in that set.
Oh, 100%. Like, and at Japan Nats, Yuma beat Shohei Kimura, who built one of the better teams for this event, which is the Mirai Zama Screens Chenpao Volk.
Oh yeah, I love that team so much.
Stuff, which I don't know where the top play. I think it's Justin Tang, which was in Top Cut. It's very similar.
There he is.
Yeah, Justin Tang and 19. Yeah, this is the stuff.
Yeah,
like this team, It's also really good. I just feel like it's weakened to. Let's see. It's weakened to the team that won. I'd say it's weaker into Mirai Luna, but like, who did Justin Tang end up losing to in cut?
Let's see.
I want to see. I didn't end up watching.
Maddie Morgan.
Maddie Morgan, who played what? Wait, where's Maddie Morgan at? Oh, Maddie Morgan played. Oh, CSR. It was CSR Som with Wims, Fake Tears Caught. That team.
Fake Tears Caught.
That team is also really good.
Fake Tears Caught was a plague this weekend. That thing was everywhere. This caught wasn't Fake Tears, right? Yeah.
Whimsicott, Fake Tears. It's gross how good it is. Like, you can just like one of my favorite plays I've seen this weekend actually came on the senior side stream. It was a read where there was wide guard and there were Connor read no wide guard and just Fake Tears the Amoongus an Astro Barrage in front of the half HP Sama and the Amoongus.
I remember
that.
The
full HP Amoongus. And the play went through and he just went on the spot.
I remember watching that. Yeah. If you're curious as to what we were talking about, I will link DeWabafett's video of that in the description.
You won't find it on DeWabafett's channel, guys, because I filmed it. I'm kidding. Well, no, that I actually did, but like, yeah, it was heat.
That's right. Francesco was the one who actually filmed that video, and I was sitting next to him for it. It was great.
Yeah. So I gotta talk about the seniors meta real quick again. There was I just like real quick. I know it won, but like there was a lot of Dondozo. Like Ian. Been on the podcast before. Y'all know Ian. Y'all love Ian. He played 2 Dondozos back to back, round 1, round 2, and none of them were Isaac. He played Ida round 1, and he played Samuel from Brazil round 2. And like, I just feel like if Dondozo is gonna be this popular in the seniors meta this year, we're all cooked. Like it's over. It's doze over. If half the people at Worlds are going to be bringing Dondozo.
It's doze over, he says. Well, I just counted. There's 3 of them. Ian just got really unlucky.
Ian got 3 of them? Or Ian got 2 of the 3 of them?
Wow.
What? He got 2 of the 3 Dondozos in the tournament? It's crazy. But yeah, it's all about CSR Zom. It's all about Mirai Luna. Like, I really don't think any restricted pair-esque advancements are going to happen within this time we have between Worlds and NAIC, and it's just like, it's like you have all the puzzle. I can see meta. You have all the puzzle pieces. It's just like they can all be shifted around in a bunch of different ways. Like I can see what wins Worlds. I can see a group variety of teams that could win Worlds, but like what could win Worlds all depends on the play of the people at the event.
Yeah.
Like
I think going into it, like all of the teams have a very even playing field, right? Like there's no clear team that I can see winning senior Worlds. So no, senior Worlds, like I can see a team winning Master Worlds. Senior Worlds, like some Japanese guy could come up with something great, but like you could also see CSR Zom. You could see Comfey Terapagos. No, not like one restricted I can see doing, like one restricted I can see falling off towards Worlds is Kyogre, because I feel like Kyogre's really alive in seniors right now.
Well, it's good because my goat Sam Thompson used it. He's so good. But I feel like I can see Kyogre falling off because of the Zamazenta or Miraidon heavy meta. Like, I think the best team in NAIC seniors that didn't have either the best team in seniors that didn't have an objective like hard Kyogre counter was Sam's team, and he was running Kyogre. And in Masters, like the first team that didn't have any of Miraidon or Zamazenta was 8th place, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, like Kyogre ain't feeling it this tournament, or like this meta.
Well, it was great in the Portland meta. That was just before like the Mirai Zama again. Like I can't stress this enough. Miraidon and Zamazenta are the 2 worst restricted matchups for Kyogre, and like the Yuma Kinagawa team hard counter to Kyogre. Like I was talking to Sam the other day. He was like, "Dang, I wish this Japanese team had never been invented because I'm like getting smoked by it on ladder." And it's just like, I cannot see Kyogre winning Worlds this year. I think it had potential, and it won a regional with it. But like, it won a regional. I just can't see it winning Worlds just because of the amount of strict Kyogre counters that are in the meta right now. But it's like I don't know how to explain this. Like, I don't think people are objectively trying to counter Kyogre. It's just like the good Mons are the ones that counter Kyogre, you know?
Yeah.
Like the best Mons also happen to counter Kyogre.
And a lot of like there's more niche spread attackers too. Like Pogos in this metagame is god awful.
Terrible. It's terrible in the metagame where like most teams have Snarl or Struggle Bug or Fake Out or Redirection or Wide Guard. Like Wide Guard's a big one. Taunt is a big one also. Like, and also you're seeing a rise in Ruination Chenpao, which is a big thorn in Terapagos' side. Where you can just like, if you combo it with CSR or like, sorry, Ruination Chiyu, my bad. Ruination Chiyu, if you combo it with CSR, you can Ruination with Chiyu and ignore Terra Shell completely, and then you can kill Terapagos with Psychic. Like, Terapagos, Kyogre are on the down after NAIC, but like all of the good meta restricteds are the ones that we already know are meta. That we already know are meta. My bad.
Yeah, ready for Zekrom.
We're ready for Zekrom, Kyurem White at Worlds, guys.
It'll win, trust.
Okay, so my Worlds team, hear me. Okay, everybody, seniors across the world, my Worlds team: Zekrom, Kyurem White, Spidops, Espathra, Sandy Shocks, and what's that one's name? Doxbun.
That's my Worlds team. You go into the top.
I got.
Do you have an idea for Worlds yet? Are you like, do you know what you're planning for that yet?
No. I don't. Mostly because like Ian and Declan have both been really busy and we haven't been building that much. And it's just like difficult to find a concept when the only ideas you have are your own, and like you can't really weigh your own ideas without, other people with you. Yeah. It's just like, it's not their fault either. Like, they've both been really busy. Like, Declan's, I don't know what he's busy with. And Ian's in Australia for, like, another 2 weeks.
What? Okay.
Visiting his sister in college. And, yeah, so I haven't really been team building. I've just been laddering, like, basic stuff. Just to, keep my skill going. Do you have an idea for Worlds?
I do. I'm going to continue to keep it under wraps for a bit.
Slide me the sauce. Slide me the sauce.
But
I have nothing.
I built my Worlds team the day before I left New Orleans. The team that I am testing.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. I'm kidding. If you slid me the world sauce, trust.
Yeah, but
Is it CSR Zama? I'll just ask. Is it CSR Zama?
It is not CSR Zama.
Boring. Is it any of the top 4 restricted pairs, aka the 4 top ones at NAC?
No, it's not even a top 10 restricted pair.
What? Wait. I actually kind of want to know. Like, wait.
You'll find out after the call.
I'll find out, I guess.
Alright.
Alright, cool. After the episode?
Yeah. To wrap this up, I just want to give like some shout outs to NAIC, the NAIC seniors, and how well they have done this year. Like Apollo, what a goated run by the kid. One event, instant Worlds qualification. That's such a story. It's so incredible that he was able to do that. Also, another thanks to Connor for like getting me in the Worlds. That's good.
Getting you into Worlds.
Yep.
I got some thanks after you're done. You can keep going though.
Benjamin as well. I remember Benjamin from Sacramento. My 5th round opponent in Swiss. He was a very nice guy, but I'm glad to see that he did this well at this event.
Oopsie.
Who else? Shout out to Francesco for this epic team that I will be using on ladder.
Do not use my team on ladder. I think the highest I got to was like 1250.
And finally, shout outs to my building partner Ryukichi. I'm so proud of this Zama Karai team that we built together. It's even if it like faltered in the end of this tournament, I feel so good about this team and the fact that it was able to just barely secure me that world's invite makes me feel all the better.
All right. If you are you done?
Yes.
Are you? All right. I got a couple thanks. I gotta thank Zion, obviously co-host. I gotta thank Sam, biggest one of them all. I was about to not go to NAIC. It was like 4 days before the event, and I was about to not go. And then Sam was like, "Yeah, there's an extra seat on our flight. We can take you with us." And like, what? I was like, what? And yeah, I ended up staying with him for the weekend. It was one of the most fun weekends I've ever had. I got a shout out Declan, shout out Ian, my building partners. You know, I made a whole Twitter post after I made Worlds. I don't really have much to say about them except for them being some of the most world-class friends of all time.
Ooh, world-class, I like it.
After all of us failed to make Phase 2 and Declan lost his win in to Leland, who may or may not have stole our Milwaukee team. But yeah, all of us failed to make Phase 2, which was the first time ever that all three of us went to an event and none of us made Phase 2, which was really, really unfortunate. But we all felt fine after it. After we realized we all made Worlds and we were gonna be able to cook a crap team for Worlds. It was all worth it. I also got a shout out. Sorry, my dog is whining. I also got a shout out Connor Petrozinski, the GOAT, for being a good friend throughout the weekend, and just I was able to talk to him between rounds, like just stuff like that, you know. And for getting Zion to Worlds, that's again like what he said. Getting Zion to Worlds is big.
Indeed.
I also got to shout out Charlie for telling me that CSR Zama isn't that bad, and you should probably try it. And then yeah, that's about it. But like, yeah, that's about it. But yeah, thank you to all those people. And yeah, this season has been an interesting first season for both of us.
Very.
From me being one loss away from my season ending on the spot at Toronto Regionals, to me top 8ing my first event, and then from all of the varying degrees of bullcrap that kept you from
getting to events. Yeah.
Getting to events.
I am so glad that I was able to actually like make it this year, because there's so many times this season where I was just convinced like, damn, I really just like can't do it no matter how hard I try. But I got in with the help of some of the greatest VGC seniors out there.
Yeah. Well, I think that may be it. If you don't have anything else, I don't have anything else.
I don't think I do. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more VGC content.
You know, all that jazz.
With that being said, goodbye and
good night.